Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting out, MacBooks are great laptops for programming. In this video, we'll go over the M3 MacBook Air in order to see how it performs in comparison to other MacBooks. Before we get started, I want to specify that this is the base M3 MacBook Air with 8-core CPU, 8-core GPU, 8GB unified memory, and 256GB SSD storage. As usual with MacBook reviews, I like to start with Xcode. As expected with a new MacBook of this caliber, using Xcode is a very smooth experience, although I did experience some very minor lag while installing the simulators. I have not experienced any freezes on Xcode itself and have been able to run the simulator with no issues. To get a better understanding of its performance, I turned to the Xcode benchmark project from GitHub for more standardized results. The GitHub repo shows a list of results from other popular Apple computers so that you can compare performance. Before running the test, it's important to follow the instructions by turning off the Wi-Fi, disabling all software running at startup, updating the battery settings, and rebooting the MacBook. With the MacBook plugged in, I can now run the test. The M3 MacBook Air ran the test in 140 seconds. For comparison, the 13-inch M2 MacBook Air ran it in 130 seconds. I often get asked whether a MacBook is good for web development, and the short answer is yes. As usual, I do recommend getting the 16GB unified memory version, as this will give you more capacity to run more programs and run large amounts of code. To get an idea of how well it might perform for web development, I ran the Speedometer browser benchmark. This benchmark uses demo web applications to simulate user actions such as adding to-do items. The M3 MacBook Air got a score of 513 runs per minute. For comparison, the 13-inch M2 MacBook Air got a score of 343 runs per minute. Although the MacBook Air is reported to have over 10 hours of battery life, any developer will know that in reality you're going to get much less than that. If you need fast laptop charging, the UGreen Xcode 100-watt charger is perfect for you. It delivers up to 100 watts, charging an M2 MacBook Air to 55% in under 30 minutes. Its 4-in-1 design includes 3 USB-C ports and 1 USB-C port, allowing simultaneous fast charging for up to 4 devices. Designed with a GaN chip and foldable plug, this 100-watt charger is compact enough to fit in your hand, combining portability with quality and power. If you're frequently on the move with your MacBook Air and need extra battery life, consider the UGreen Xcode 145-watt Powerbank. Its 140-watt USB-C port can charge a 16-inch MacBook Pro up to 56% in just 30 minutes. Plus, it features 3 ports, 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A for fast charging up to 3 devices at once. It offers 5 to 7 days of battery life, perfect for travel, business trips, or outdoor activities. Its 145 watt is fully recharged in 2 hours, 5 times faster than your ordinary power banks. Check out the links in the description for UGreen Prime Day deals and get up to 41% off. Now, back to the test. When it comes to AI and Python tests, I like to start with the Python Mandelbrot algorithm, as it stresses the CPU to test how powerful it is. The M3 MacBook Air ran it in only 47 seconds. For comparison, the 13-inch M2 MacBook Air ran it in 1 minute and 41 seconds. I then ran the TensorFlow autoencoder. Before running the test, I first made sure to set up the development environment using Anaconda, as this is a very popular Python package manager. The autoencoder ran the 10 input images and it took the neural network only 17 seconds to reconstruct these images. For comparison, the M3 MacBook Pro ran it in 35 seconds. One of the most common questions I get in MacBook programming videos is whether it's good for students. The short answer to this question is yes. I completed my computer science degree with a 2015 base model 13-inch MacBook Pro that I still have to this day. The portability, battery life, and performance offered by the 13-inch MacBook Air make it a great laptop option for students. If you have other Apple products such as an iPhone or iPad, the Apple ecosystem will help you share school notes and projects among your various devices. Using the Blackmagic SSD speed test, the M3 MacBook Air averaged read speeds around 2700 MB per second and write speeds around 1800 MB per second. With the M3 MacBook Air, you can connect 2 external displays simultaneously when you close the lid. Those of you who use multiple monitors will appreciate this, as the M2 MacBook Air only supported 1 external monitor. That is all for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.